Hey everybody, it's Jenny from Norman S. Wright. I've done several videos about refrigerant phase out over the last year or two, and we just had a new update. At the end of June, the EPA proposed to extend the deadline for refrigerant phase out for VRV VRF units to the beginning of 2027. So I want to talk about that this week. Let's get started. So let's start with a little background. Under the American Innovation and Manufacturing Act, the AIM Act, the EPA started laying out regulations to phase down the production and consumption of hydrofluorocarbons in the U.S. by 85% from 2021 to 2036. So let's pull up this chart from an earlier video from the EPA guidelines. And you can see that we've already passed the deadline for most of these products. In January 2025, all other HVAC equipment will require a GWP below 750, except for VRV, which has until January 2026. Let's make a little more room. So there was a concern about significant stranded inventory that was intended for new construction. So the EPA has proposed a one-year extension for VRV systems that use high GWP HFCs like R410A. The proposed extension gives VRV until January 1, 2027. Let's make room one more time. The proposed rule states that it would provide one additional year until January 1, 2027 for the installation of new residential and light commercial air conditioning and heat pump systems using variable refrigerant volume, VRV, or variable refrigerant flow, VRF technology, that are 65,000 BTU per hour or larger when using components that were manufactured in the U.S. or imported to the U.S. before January 1 of 2026. Specifically, this proposed rule would allow for pre-2026 condensing unit, evaporators, and air handlers using R410A or other regulated substances and blends of regulated substances to be assembled into new systems, i.e. installed, so as long as those systems are assembled prior to January 1, 2027. So the main goal is to give manufacturers and suppliers a bit more time to manage existing inventory and avoid losses due to unsold product. The proposed rule is open for public comment for 30 days starting from the publication date of June 26 of this year. So the refrigerant phase out has been really important because we're looking at when we can install, what we can install, and what refrigerants to use. And this is the latest on the refrigerant phase out. So if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover, leave a comment below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.